you catch that?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Madam Chairman.
Thank you all for joining us. We're gathered today for this July 16th special meeting, special because it's virtual and at noon on Thursday, July 16th. And right now we have in our presence virtually members Katie Gall, Monica Kettenhoffen, Chelsea Templeton is unable to join us. And we also have Tom Hall by phone. And then, of course, we have Mark Randall, Eric Erfer, Morris Heidi present with us at this moment. Since we don't have a quorum of our members at this time, I'd like to go ahead and begin with a conversation about line item 3 on our agenda today, and just see if we could get a little bit of an update on our Truman and Trails mural project. I know that Katie and Monica were working with the artist Dan Brewer. I just, if you could let us know where we are on that.
We had a meeting following our last monthly meeting, and we spoke with Dan Brewer and gave him some feedback based on the sketches that he provided for us. And then we marked up the sketch and sent it to Dr. Graham and Travis Foley for feedback regarding the Truman and the Trails sides. Dr. Graham said he concurred with our comments, and we didn't hear back from Travis Foley yet. Mark, do you have the same, I guess, do you remember it the same way?
Yes, exactly. I think that Travis did provide some comments, I think later, that I think were helpful, and we do need to touch base back with him, because one other thing about that is that he is in conversation with, he did apply on our behalf and the Oregon California Trails Association for some federal assistance to the National Park Service to help with that project, which Eric may know more about than I do. But so yeah, keeping Travis, definitely his comments in mind here are important. So Eric, did you have anything else to update on the project that you know?
No, I have not heard back from Travis on, I know he submitted the grant, but I haven't heard back from him on the timeline associated with the decisions on whether or not we'd be pushed to the next round. So as soon as I hear that, I'll email that out to the group.
And then I would add that the artist Dan Brewer, he did happen to call today at City Hall just to just to touch base. He's still very interested, working on sketches. He understands that it's on hold, but he's still very interested in doing it. And I just told him we didn't really have anything much more that we could offer in way of update, but he just wanted me to pass on that he's still very, very eager.
Well, I personally, and I think for the whole group, appreciate his willingness to participate at this little precarious time right now. And I'm very confident that things will move forward as we have hoped. And I did see that Travis made some comments back regarding the content. Was that relayed to Dan?
Yes.
Okay.
He made some comments back, but he was commenting on one of the panels that wasn't our favorite at the last meeting.
Oh, right.
So I kind of wanted to get his take on the one that we preferred, or does he prefer a different one than we did? So we haven't just like meshed all of our ideas yet. So I think we just need one more little round of discussions. I think that would be helpful. Maybe if we could set up a phone call with him.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah. So he had reviewed the document before we gave our feedback.
And was Dan's on board with those comments then? He felt like he could move forward with that new information?
It's just, it doesn't apply to the one that we thought was our favorite.
Okay.
it kind of had a different style.
Right.
The one that Travis was commenting on, it profiled people more than the one that was our favorite. The one that was our favorite didn't have as many, it wasn't people centric. It didn't have like people's portraits on it. So I think we just need a phone call with him. Because if that is his favorite, then I don't know that we oppose it. We had just selected a different one. So we just need to get on the same page.
Yeah, if you would just make sure everybody's on the same page so Dan doesn't do any work that's not appropriate. You know, we don't want him to waste any additional time. You know, we want to make sure we're all on the same.
Yeah, I think it would be good to set up a phone call with Travis.
I don't know his schedule right now. Mark, would you be able to reach out to Travis to see if we could just make sure we're all on the same page on this?
Yes, yeah, we'll do that. We'll get a meeting, conference call set up. That's a great idea.
Perfect, great. Thank you very much. Any other comments regarding this awesome project?
Nothing for me.
Okay, well then we'll just go ahead and move forward to our continued conversation regarding virtual art tours. It was brought up at our last meeting, and it seems like it's a good idea to continue to develop that, especially during this particularly challenging socially distanced time and all the effects going on. So I know that Nancy was part of that conversation, as she has participated, I guess, with tourism and their current virtual tours. Am I kind of on the right page on that, Eric?
Yeah, she has done. She's done some work with some of the. Well, she's been in some of the videos as we've been working through some of those virtual tours and informational segments about different tourist attractions and historic sites around town. She's actually doing one today with Okta, as a matter of fact, which is why she's not on this call. So she has been involved in doing that a little bit. As far as the distribution of that, I spoke with Chris Well, our division manager for tourism, and she talked with Onsell, who is the developer of our app for tourism. Basically, we have some beacon technology around town, so if you walk up to a historic site that is on the historic tour, then you'll get a little ping. You can download our app and get a little virtual story about that. Or you can also play the Oregon Trail game, which is sort of a scavenger hunt kind of scenario around town as well. I tell you that because they said they can add another aspect to that app to include an art tour if we're interested. They're putting a price together for us to do that, and then next month Christy can come in and talk with you all at your next meeting to explain what the project might look like, and then we can go from there, see if you're interested.
That sounds exciting. Any other comments regarding the virtual art tour?
This is Monica. So for like the visual art aspect, I know we have some images already out there, but should we be like compiling a list of public art that maybe we don't have images of yet that we can include in this?
Sounds like it's important. That would be critical.
Yes, by the way, I did want to mention that at a meeting of the Independent Square Association, Jeff Rogers, who's their executive director, he indicated how they have a very great interest in this as well, and that they would volunteer to do some of that research for us on identifying public art that we want to have in a tour. So I thought that was great. Get an ally in there that wants to help us getting some of that stuff. And just sitting there, they named off half a dozen ones that we didn't have on our list, so that's very good. So yeah, Monica's right. We need to get a list of the inventory together. I think we have maybe 15 to 20 or something online now, but there's several others that have been noted. So we definitely need to do that. That's great.
Monica, are you interested in championing this event, this activity?
Sure. Yeah, I can work with any parties that are already working on this, and I can also go out and look at other art that maybe we don't have yet to see if I can catalog personally or work with others on tracking it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope that you will connect with Jeff Rogers with the Inglewood, with the Square Association also. That would be terrific.
Sounds great.
When you spoke with Jeff, by any chance, did he mention any of the activities that might be related to art on the square right now?
Yes, that's one of the items coming up on the actually on item 6 on the agenda. That was kind of what we were going to touch on with some of those updates there. If you want, I can.
Well, let's just move on to item 6 then. Okay.
What he was talking about, and I know that I was kind of hoping you could help with some of the Inglewood update there. As far as the square, they do have some really exciting things art related going on, and I'd already mentioned the one how they really love to get involved with the art tour, because a lot of that does reflect or connect with the square and everything they're trying to do promoting the square. If you think about it, there's a lot of public art on the square and around this area. So that's one thing. Another thing is they are working on some murals, and unfortunately Cindy's not on the call today, but they're working on some mural ideas. And one of the things they've got at the council meeting on Monday is they hope to get a community improvement district approved for the square, and art would be one of the things that they could fund through that funding mechanism. So that's an exciting thing. And even more immediate, they would like to, they're hoping to work with Inglewood to do a chalk walk project. Pretty informal, very, very flexible, where they would just be inviting people on a particular day, I guess, to come down and do chalk art sections of sidewalk between the square and Inglewood. I don't know the dates on it. We can get that for you, but Cindy knows more about that, and I don't know, maybe Stacy might know some on that too. But I think that's a very exciting thing. And Municipal Services has confirmed that permits not required for that project, so we're looking forward to that all taking shape, and we've let them know about that. So Cindy Rogers is the one spearheading it for the Square Association, working with Cindy McLean as well on that. And so that's a lot of exciting things going on in the square. And then Inglewood, we know amazing things are happening with the ongoing effort to establish the Inglewood Arts Center, which is seeking funding and is really coming along. And they also have some part to play in this chalk walk. And then they've also got murals going on. So I don't know, Chairman Stacy, do you have more information about Inglewood activities?
My information is really general, and the update that I have not be the correct update, but in general, I can just let you know that there is a plan for murals in Inglewood, and there's a funding partner with for paint for some of these murals, and so that project is moving forward. And part of the Inglewood Arts Center, as I understand, includes a whole area devoted to murals and creating murals, the education of and practice of and the creation of. So they're actually planning a mural program that will be presented on the exterior of the 3-story building that they're renovating right now. It'll be presented on that side, and it'll be changing. So it's actually presented on a mural substrate. There'll be a material that's up. Then regarding the chalk walk event, I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. I don't have any details for it. It was very enthusiastically received. I think that Inglewood and the Square are just really doing a better than ever job of trying to work together and be cohesive and have a common solution for shared problems that we each individually have. So I think that there's a relationship that is there now and growing, which is always a big plus. And I really, I think part of the charge of this commission is to support any of those things that can further the successes of other groups and projects. So I think that's not only important, but I think it's important that the Art Commission support that clearly and do all that we can to make sure that it succeeds successfully. I think that it's probably a good idea that maybe before each of our meetings that we reach out and I got a cute little text there. Let's see. Tammy, tell me that again. The banner project's going to be revealed when? One of our watchers shared a little message. What I was saying is I think it's important that we make sure that we support these projects, but by doing so, I think that I should probably reach out before each meeting. Okay, here we go. Tammy Parson shared that the chalk walk goes March the 21st to the 23rd of this month or August. Why does that go away too fast? My note goes away too fast. August 21st to the 23rd. Thank you, Tammy. And the banner reveal is what date? Getting my updates here. Anyway, if I reach out to each of these groups beforehand so we can have a better idea of an update that's appropriate for art activities and things going on in the community. So I'll do that for our next meeting and going forward. How about any other business that we have at hand? Anybody have anything they'd like to share? Any updates or information? Did I lose anybody? Are we still here?
I'm still listening.
Okay, sorry, I didn't get any response. I wanted to make sure I wasn't lost here. Unfortunately, we haven't met our quorum for this meeting, so I'm going to have to ask that we go ahead and have a conversation, and we can close the gathering right now. It's not an official meeting, and if there's anything that anybody would like to share, this is the time to do so.
I don't have anything additional.
Okay, there we go. And Tom, did you have something that I didn't hear?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I just got a clear update from Tammy, who clarifies that the chalk walk goes August 21st to the 23rd, and the first banner mural will be revealed to start off that that fun chalk walk event. There's something for the calendar.
Great.
Right. Any other comments today? If not, we're going to close this gathering.
We did have an item on the agenda talking about planning and funding strategies, but it's probably something to just to defer to another meeting. We did talk about last time that the Inglewood Arts Center is a recipient for Rotary Gala this year, and talking to Michael Baxley over there. You remember we talked about getting some of his materials together to try to, which shows a really good example of how to go about that. And of course, they'd love to partner with us in anything that we do. They'd love to help with anything on that. So we can work on that plan and the funding strategy. We can talk about that another time. And I did want to also mention too that they're very excited about the thing we've talked about. A sculpture walk along Winter would be something they'd really love to see and really tie into what they want to do. So again, it's just great opportunities to connect Inglewood and the square with art and really promote art. So a lot of great things ahead, and we could refine that art planning and coordination, I think, in the days to come. So very exciting.
Hey, Mark, I just sent Morris a picture of something that someone produced as a result of our last art walk or chalk art.
Wow.
That we did through Parks and Recreation. I just thought people might enjoy how folks can get pretty creative with that. So I thought that was a cool project.
That's a really good one.
That's great. That's great. We can look forward to a lot more like that too.
Yeah, if they're all that good, we should create a photo album of them. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Great way to close our meeting today. Thank you, Morris, for getting that out for us.
Sure thing.
If there's nothing else, we're going to go ahead and close this gathering today. Thank you all for joining us. And our next official meeting is on August 13th. We're planning to meet virtually again at noon at that. And you can look forward to your invitation later. If there's nothing else, we'll close and wish you all a great afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.